Double busy, getting busy, do. Yo, what's up, it's me, the Double Busy. So, here we are, King João Nunez of Portugal. We are currently 46 years old, March of 1115, putting down a peasant rebellion, but this lady showed up, and she has a claim to the Duchy of Toledo and the Dununid Emirate, so I might just be able to help her with that. Well, King Garcia is so weak after his wars that he's been fighting, I'm just going to go ahead and press Androgotho's claim. King Garcia III is only 4 years old. I'm 52. All my vassals like me. All my family loves me. I got plenty of friends. Let's go for Madrid. I don't mind the opinion hit. The County of Madrid is easily mine. Well, Countess Androgotho's. And then I'll take care of these rebels. He may not like me very much, but I got a chance at vassalizing a huge chunk of land, so I'm going for it. Well, if there's one thing I'm good at, it's capturing prisoners and sieges. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Not as beautiful. But hey, at least all that's Christian. In the year 1134, when I'm 65 years old, I get my first dynasty legacy. I'm going to glow with blood because going down that line can always be useful no matter what lifestyle I have. In the June of 1136, King João I of Portugal rests in the arms of the Lord at 67 years of age. He drank himself to death. A man to always put the good of his family above all else, he spent his life trying to ensure a glorious future for all his descendants. I think that's because of that dynasty legacy that we chose. King João II ascends to the throne at 41 years of age. Gentle and compassionate soul, the vassals will surely thrive under his reign. He has been ruling Alcácer do Sal and Évora for quite some time, and now he is the king, with his capital in Lisboa. Alright, messed with a few things here. In April of 1137, King João is 42. His wife's 44. We went on a pilgrimage. As you can see, we cover a lot of territory, although we definitely have some religion stuff to do over here. We are a learning, theology-focused lifestyle. Our son João is 17, but he's a diplomat. Got him betrothed to this girl for her intelligence and her learning. And she has a bunch of claims up there in the northeast, too, which we're going to need to battle France someday. I revoked Porto, the Duchy of Porto, and all those from my half-brother. He was like 2 years old. Granted Évora to our son, just to get him experience and lifestyle. Other than that, Algarve actually has conquered all of that. Coimbra conquered that. This guy is our vassal, but now he likes us. So we're making a lot more money than our father was, for whatever reason. The Holy Order asked to expand and did so to a barony. So they actually have 2 now, and they're a little bit bigger. We have the Queen working on court politics just to ensure our opinion early on. Got 2 girls that are prisoners, can't get money because their dad doesn't own any territory anymore. Wait for them to grow up and then I'll marry them off to knights. So, speed 5, convert faiths, and spread and conquer. Make sure we don't forget these islands. Just a little reorganizing going on here. I had to do some retract vassals from Duke Gonzalo, and so I created the Duchy of Granada for Duke Ordoño and the Duchy of Murcia for Duke Bernardo. You can see France is kind of pushing in on Hispania, and I'm compassionate and temperate and shy, but I'm also a scholar, so I understand how the law works. And I also understand that if I send the Pope a gift and gain his favor, then I can do this. Have fun with that, King Henry of France. During our most recent hunt, my son João was caught taking an arrow out of another man's chest. In quite possibly the second easiest war I've ever fought, Alarcon now becomes part of Duke Bernardo's territory. Alright, Alicante and Denia are now part of Portugal, and Saad, our organizer, became my vassal, and he went ahead and converted because of his high opinion. Mallorca and Ibiza are now part of ours as well, and I found Arovildo. He was pretty good across the board in his stats, and he was willing to convert. July of 1140, we're 45 years old. We don't have a lot of options. He's allied to France and the Kaiser of the Holy Roman Empire. And then France is superior to us. So we're kind of at a stalemate right now. Duchess Velasquita has enough territory as it is. I do not appreciate her pressing a claim for the grand city of Seville. Aha! We can claim the county of Menorca against Duchess Cecilia. We have studied the ways of others and have come up with heraldry for high partition. I want to change, but Duchess Katharina will not allow me. So, I'll send her a gift to sway her opinion, and now I can change the law. And now the Duchy of Mallorca is complete. Definitely won't screw that up again with the Reconquista. I am a compassionate and temperate man, but enough is enough. My son was a murderer, and now an adulterer with Countess Ilduara. She can get out for gold, but he is now denounced. My own son has shamed our family deeply, so much so that I can't even disinherit him from the family. And it would stress me out too much to send him to the dungeons, so I will let him sit in the prison for the remainder of my life. And if he can straighten himself out, then he can rule. If not, his son and my grandson will take over, for he is the next heir in line. In November of 1147, King Henry of France died of old age. Now his son, King Philip II, has taken over. Their strength is still similar to ours, but I'm sure there's going to be some infighting and problems eventually. Vasco has finished converting the faith in Alcaraz, so now time to move to the northwest. October of 1150, and hey, I got cancer. So I did something drastic and became a eunuch, and now wounded. Things are not looking good for King João, 56 years old. He's in poor health. All of his titles are going to be inherited by his son, and remember, that son was a major screw-up. Got caught murdering an adulterer, denounced him to be able to throw him in prison and try to teach him a lesson. He hasn't gotten any better since then. So, we cannot disinherit him because we don't have enough renown. We cannot banish him because we don't have the crown authority to make sure that he will not inherit. Right there. Titles can still be inherited by characters outside the realm in our current crown authority. So as much as this pains me at the end of my life to do this, sorry son, but we can't allow you to rule when you're going to behave the way that you have been. Now 9-year-old Count João is our heir. He's currently the Count of Evora. He is a bossy little boy, but I have told him that he needs to worry about learning, because his success is going to depend on the conversion of the Iberian Peninsula. In April of 1152, I can feel that my end is closing in. In my very bones, I know that death will come for me soon. Like an old friend, he is patiently waiting to receive me. I think others around me can sense the end coming, as the Pope and my Holy Order lessee both sent me money. In March of 1153, King João II of Portugal has finally found peace at 58 years of age. He died of cancer. Known to be a respected scholar, he spent most of his days studying in his library, rarely leaving his castle. King João III ascends to the throne. Merely 11 years old, he will need to rely on the council during his first years of rule. King João III is only 11 years old, but he is compassionate, which is a virtue, and content, improving his learning. He does need a guardian, And we might look into a betrothal, but if he gets betrothed, I don't think that person will come to court and help anyway, so no. Who better to teach me in the ways of theology and scholarship than the Pope himself? Since my father died, my mother can remarry. Trastemiro seems like an excellent candidate for a matrilineal marriage. My younger sister, Mumadona, is a brilliant little girl. Grand Mayor André of Seville would be an excellent choice to educate my sister. Alright, in terms of a betrothal, I recognize that diplomacy is not my strong suit. So, I am looking for someone who's going to have inheritable traits and be able to provide an alliance. Now, Dorothy von Rheinfelden is martial experience. Mathilde, on the other hand, is going with a learning education, which means she might be a little bit diplomatic as well. She also is intelligent and would provide a powerful alliance with someone who will live a decent amount of time. So, Mathilde Normandie Fécamp, let us be betrothed. Eystein, a Norwegian boy, could be a good marshal for my sister. I don't need to worry about alliances for her, but inheritable traits would be nice. Let's go with the intelligent boy, Eystein. Unfortunately, Eystein's father, or actually his liege, Earl Domnall, will not allow him to come to a foreign court to be educated. While considered tyrannical, Duchess Velasquita will give up the Duchy of Cordoba for my sister. As a new ruler, I have much to learn. Apparently, I cannot grant titles to women, even my own sister. In that case, Cornel, my marshal, will become the duke. So I will give the barony of Avis to Gonçalo because he is a good steward, and I'll be able to take that back someday if I can handle more territories. Oh my god, I found a cat. You do not even understand how much I love cats. Cats rule and dogs drool. Oh yes, I get to name it? I'm naming the cat Chancla because I'm sure this cat's going to be more trouble than it's worth. What a great name! Looking at the map real quick, you can see how big Portugal has gotten since my vassals are moving south. And keeping an eye on King Philip II has paid off. He is now defending against Duchess Isabeau of Aquitaine in an independence war. That's exactly what I needed for him to be weakened so I can go in here, attack, and take some of these things back. Can I declare war for those things? A county, that duke's claims, her claims, the Duchy of Valencia. Yeah, I need more prestige though. So I'm going to have to do something to gain some prestige. In the meantime, watch him and watch this war and see how things go. She's actually got a chance here. Since I cannot call a hunt as a child, my only option is to declare a war that's pretty cheap in terms of piety and going to get me some prestige. Wow, I thought the Pope was supposed to be a good educator. Alright, well, trying to gain some prestige, the Liberty faction fired. Very nice. And now the Muwalati populists pile on top. Wow. Imprisoned. Well, I didn't get there in time. And now 20 years before I can raise the crown authority again. That was expensive. And everyone gets a hook on me. Beautiful. In September 1157, King João III has become a man. He still does not have enough prestige to declare any wars against his Catholic rulers. So, we have immediately called a hunt. For a lifestyle, learning will eventually be our lifestyle, but for now we need diplomacy in order to offer vassalization when the time comes for forming the empire. And we need lots of prestige in order to declare the wars that we need to get the rest of the territories. As you can see, religion is not much of a problem, so we do not need to focus on that right now. I don't have enough money to go on a real pilgrimage. I don't have enough prestige for the claims against Galicia. I don't have enough piety for a holy war against anyone over here. And I have a truce with the Almoravids. So literally the only way I can do any kind of expansion is to declare a county war against France. Thankfully, they're weakened right now, so we'll be able to handle it. And look who just happened to be laying siege in one of Galicia's counties. While we're sieging down these lands around Valencia, of course there was a Muwaladi populist uprising, so we invited our ally, the Count, in to help out. Then the French armies finally showed up, and they're going to go right here. So most of my troops are going to get sent with Prince Cornell to try to hurry up and get there to help. And just enough troops are going to be left behind with Savory Estuteville to finish the siege. They finished that siege pretty quickly, and now it's only 6 more days for these troops to come. So I'm going to let it come forward 5 days, and then switch out and get my highest commander, Duke Utman. And then we will watch the Battle of Tarragona. Excellent, victory is mine. Sieging down Barcelona was a smart choice because I was able to capture the Duke of Barcelona. He'll pay a handsome ransom. Hey, that rhymes. And he does not count for the war score, so I'll be able to enforce demands. The war for Valencia is already over, and now it's time to go take care of these Muwaladi populists, their leader being here in Alcácer de Sal. I don't want any of my vassals to become too powerful. Duke Utman is one of the most powerful with all these territories, so instead of giving him the Duchy of Navarra after I usurp it, I'm going to go ahead and give it to this count right here, Count Yahaf. Now that I control most of the Duchy of Navarra, I can seize the rest. So, it's only a county, I'll do that. Finishing up this war for the County of Navarra, and as always, excellent at capturing prisoners, even our allies, well, their allies. And now I can enforce my demands. I have finally walked the holy path to the holiest of sites in Jerusalem, and now the Pope considers me a pilgrim. We have finished our work on divine right, so now titles are cheaper to create, and the short reign is not so much of a problem anymore. We'll move on to land grants for the casus belli prestige cost, and to fabricate claims quicker. Perhaps on the Duchy of Galicia. Well, I was surfing around looking at which counties still need to convert, and hey, King Utman of Galicia, he married the queen. You sly dog, you. Alright, we're able to seize the Duchy of Valencia, 2 more counties, or just a single county, a lot less cost, or Duke Gelmirio's claims. Holy cannoli! Somehow, Duchess Velasquita married this guy, and he's got a claim on the entire Kingdom of France. But no. If I do that, that means that's a power couple. That means I have an ally with France, and I wouldn't be able to conquer the rest of this stuff, so no. We're going to just seize the duchy. It took 19 days to gather in Murviedro, and 10 more days to get over here, but now we can join the Battle of Segorba. No. Victory. Pound that shield. Yes. Pope Anastasius IV is calling for a crusade against Syria. My warriors will be ready to fight, as I will make my sister my beneficiary. I went ahead and dabbed into stewardship for golden obligations. Boy, is it worth it. Alright, the remainder of that duchy is now mine. France doesn't have it, and I can demand payments. The Duke I already had before, I'll wait for him to get some more money. This guy now owes me for a weak hook because I just did him a favor. Now we are rolling in gold, and I can afford to create the Kingdom of Andalusia and usurp the Navarran title. So let's go ahead and grab that and that. And maybe we can force some vassalizations now. It is currently July of 1169. As you can see, I redirected the crusade for Almoravid, and I've already sieged down those counties. 2 stacks of troops are heading over here for the capital. Things are looking pretty good, thousands upon thousands. However, King Fernando decided to start a war for Nájera. Now, currently he only has his 4,000 troops. We'll see what his allies do if they come into the war. St. George is with us, and Queen Mumadona, my sister. now has Maghreb. There it is. The Kingdom of Maghreb, my sister, Queen Mummadona. Now I have an ally to the south. Well, okay, not an ally, but a friend. Perhaps I can call my house member to a war. Ah, yes! Now she has 7,000 troops to come help me. Especially considering they have somewhere around 18, 19,000? 20,000. And Kaiser Yurik hasn't come to help yet. He has his own wars to deal with. You know what? On second thought, I'm just going to surrender. It's only one county. I only spend a little bit of prestige. And here's the thing. The Emperor of France is 52. He doesn't have much longer to go. His titles are going to get split between Henry and Bohemond. Henry isn't anything special from what I've heard. And his brother Bohemond is only 12 years old. So I'm just going to wait. Let them fracture. Let them have independence problems from within. And then take advantage of it later. So patience is a virtue. Well, this is a nice little happenstance. Now that Infanta Blanca Garcias is one of my vassals, she has a claim on the entire kingdom of Leon. Things are a little stressful at the moment, and I lost a lot of gold because I'm now improvident. But, hey, I might get some prisoners out of all this. Oops, kind of forgot that the kingdom level title would be independent. So, oh well, we'll be able to get her back when we're emperor. So, even though King Fernando is allied with Emperor Philippe, he's also allied to Queen Gerberga, say that 5 times fast, of Burgundy. So he's defending against the Emperor in that war. So now is the time to declare war against him. And we're going to go for this county because it's part of the de jure duchy over here. I'm going to go ahead and assault the fort because I'm in debt and I want to get this war over with before the allies can show up. I really wish, though, that this would tell me ahead of time before I click the button how many casualties I'm going to lose every day. Now it tells me. Okay, Nahara is now part of our realm, and Duke Yahaf owes me a favor. So when he makes some more money, I'll ask for payment. Our military strengths are similar, but he is still right in the middle of this war against Burgundy. So I think I'm going to go ahead and declare war for Count Herblon's claims. Here we go. Let's call on as many allies as we can. Our house member and our sister, Kaiser of the Holy Roman Empire, Count Nigel cannot, and Count Rudiger can. Well, if there's one thing I'm good at, it's capturing prisoners. Okay, all of Barcelona is sieged down. Luckily, I still have about 9,000 troops, and I have no clue where his are. They were sieging a couple counties here, and then they took off to the north. So, we can enforce demands. And now, Barcelona is ours. Now that the Duchy of Barcelona is inside our realm, we can usurp the Kingdom of Aragon, thanks to a donation from the Pope. And now we should be able to declare another war in the near future, and eventually declare the Empire, and then start requesting vassalizations. And of course, in our lifestyle, that's the way we're headed, is offer vassalization acceptance plus 25. In the Second Holy War, the Catholic Ismailide, Queen Mariana of Comps, won. She is Italian, but Duchy of Aleppo, Duke Ponzio of Emiranes, our family. So we got rewarded pretty well with a duchy. Alright, we're running out of ways to start wars here, so I'm going to go start looking for claimants. And luckily, I have a weak favor hook on Ermesinda Alphonses Vela. Probably captured her at some point and released her on a weak hook. Now, let's see if we can declare war for her claims. Ah, yes we can! There we go. Pretty quick and easy war for the Duchy of Leon. Oh man, the captain of the Redshanks Mercenary Company is the grandson of King Garcia. and he has a claim on all those kingdoms. It's too bad I cannot invite him to court. Well, I only need 2 more counties to form the empire, and it just so happens that we can seize the rest of the Duchy of Vizcaya from King Fernando. In November of 1184, King João III, at 43 years of age, can create the Empire of Hispania. I am now a mighty emperor. And of course, none of these rulers will accept vassalage. Different culture, recently waged war, even sent this kid a gift. He's a king, recently waged war, is a king, even with the true ruler trait. You can see right there that plus 25. So basically I just have too many people, want too many positions on the council. There aren't enough, and I'm going to have to start doling out some kingdoms. Okay, starting with Duke Galind or Duke Hermigio. These two are in the same kingdom, Andalusia. Duke Galind's closest replacement is only a 15, and that's Trasimiro, of course, or Duchess Ermesinda Alphonses. Duke Hermigio's closest replacement, however, there's 2 23s here. One is Duke Fat, the Foolish of the Hudid Duchy, which is right up here, over here by Barcelona, and we're going to be expanding for him, or this guy that's a knight. So I can afford to lose Duke Hermigio as my marshal. So Duke Galind is going to become King of Andalusia. And now he's very happy. Duke Trastamiro and his family are going to be good stewards. So I'm going to go ahead and give him the kingdom of Badajoz. And now Duke Fat is going to be my marshal. So I'm going to go ahead and give him the kingdom of Aragon. Alright, so now I only really have the one attitude problem. Duke Enrique of Coimbra. He's not getting the kingdom of Portugal, because that's mine. So I do want the extra tax. Let's go ahead and pass that law. What's he doing military-wise? Oh, he's inferior to us right now. Okay, let's check that out. Asturias? No. Aragon? Yes. Okay, so we could finish off Aragon, 3 counties. Or we could go over here against Galicia and seize them. Because it's de jure. This is the easier one, so let's go ahead and do this first. Just a random situation that popped up. I can declare war on King Gonzalo of England, a Portuguese king with a Portuguese wife. We do have the Duchy of Galicia now, but we still have to form it. I'll have to get a little bit of money first. And now Galicia is part of our empire. Secured and done. Alright, we can go for the entire Duchy of Aragon. And even though it looks like they have similar troops, they're already in a war that they're losing. So we got a pretty good chance if we can do this quickly. And now all of Aragon, Hudid, is ours. All that's left is Castile, this one little county right here. And that's it. And then to make sure that all of our religions are converted. Alright, true ruler didn't work out, but the forced vassalization could for Castile. So I'm going to go ahead and try this reset perks. Unlike my way down over here. And then figure out where to go from there. Alright, so in stewardship, I'm going to stick with the golden obligations and taxman to increase tax income and money income for hooks. Diplomacy, I'm going to go down here to get forced vassalization. And down this way to see if I can get a shorter truce with France. And then in learning, I'm going to go this way to increase how fast I convert faiths. And then start working on whole of body to prolong my life. And switch over to a medicine focus. Alright, secluded myself, went on a hunt, held a feast, reduced stress all around. Everything's looking good. And my son came of age. He is content, temperate, trusting, an insightful thinker, average diplomacy, good learning. We can go ahead and get him married, get him some lands, and start getting him experience as a ruler. So there's something interesting I learned. At the barony level, you don't get any lifestyle experience. I had to upgrade him to the count level for him to decide to start doing lifestyle. Alright, King Fernando won't accept vassalization, so time to force it. Alright, Kingdom of Castile is now part of our empire. We have one county left, and a couple of counties to convert. Alright, this is it. June of 1195. Emperor Henry, I can declare war, and he just happens to be attacking the Byzantine Empire. So, yeah, that's going to be a tough war for him to fight. Alright, only costs 80 prestige for the County of Asturias de Oviedo, and a de jure seizure. Just as I'm about to lay siege to Paris, I was wounded in a hunt. Alright, this is a pretty precarious situation. Thankfully, the Pope gave me some money just recently, so I think I'll go hire some mercenaries real quick. Alright, this is about the best I could do. Let's go ahead and get this guy to be an organizer so he gets there faster, I hope. I don't think this is going to work out. Oh, it did! Oh my god, miraculous. Yes! Oh, and I even caught a duke. March 1198, my archbishop finished converting all the counties. So if I can just win this final county against France, I can do it. And thankfully, they're doing really poorly in supply. Alright, I took back Pravia. I took this county. Now we're going to yeet them out of here. For the Empire. For Reconquista. Yes. That was sweet. Sweet victory. Alright, let's enforce those demands. Create the Duchy of Asturias. Oh, we don't have enough money. I'm in debt big time. Any prisoners who can give me some money? How about you? Get a weak hook? Okay. Let's just get weak hooks on everyone and see if anyone can pay for them. Yeah, there we go. A weak hook on the Emperor. Oh, I can't get him to pay? Oh, he's in worse debt than I am. Alright, I must have missed it in that mayhem, but there it is. Reconquista, most recent. Oh, that was a tough one, but it went a lot faster this time than it did last time. Last time I had to go through the entire game, so I learned quite a bit about how to do this more quickly. Alright, thanks for watching this series. I will catch you on the next one. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do yet. I know I have Duchess Matilda to do, or I have Robert the Fox. I have Al-Andalusia to do. Obviously, I have Duke William, all kinds of stuff. So, we'll see. Alright, catch you on the flip side. Double busy, getting busy, do.